Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic for patrons, where I take on the Times Crosswords Nasty Big Brother, the monthly club special, which comes out once a month, obviously, and contains vocabulary and cluing that is extreme. So last month I did get finished at the first go, which was a real bonus, and sort of I think every single answer was what I thought was just about most likely, but for 7 or 8 of them, it could have been not right. And with odds like that, mathematicians will tell you you probably don't expect to get a finish first time, but I did anyway. So I'll probably get beaten up this time, especially as the puzzle is devised by different authors each time. I think this time it's going to be Roger Phillips. So the two authors alternate each month, so the fact that I did Richard Rogan's last month may leave me susceptible to Roger Phillips this month. We'll see. Anyway, let's have a go. One across. Conserve and start to grow short evergreen tree. It could be conserve, so some sort of jam or jelly. But start to grow is surely the letter G. A short evergreen tree. There's too many of them. Don't know. Let's have a look at 4. Oh my lord. A Siciliana could include this. Con potenza mano forte. Mano and forte means but not loudly, I think, in music. But I suppose in this context it might mean without the letter F. But a Siciliana is a dance? Or something else? Could include this. I don't know, con potenza. I mean, I did Latin. Potenza is probably strength, potency. Suitor embracing daughters after wee supper alone in Perth. Oh, some crazy Scottish phrase, or is the whole phrase the suitor? 2 down. How one works on garment for lassie. Lassie, again, implying another Scottish word. Sark or something. I don't know. Ooh, 3 down. Oh, okay. Winter Festival, and it's 252. Well, this is just going to infuriate you, assuming you don't know this word, and who would. I'm immediately thinking Upheliar, which is a Shetland, I think it's a winter festival. And it's got all the letters of Ala Yule in it, so that's looking very good. And hostelry, yeah, is PH, public house on ordnance survey maps, so even my spelling of it is the right one. And there may be variants, there probably are. And God knows what language. I mean, it must be from some Gaelic language, but good God. Very lucky to know that word. Let's have a look at 8 across. Opium fiend's letter in early hours with Arab account. Arab account looks like ARAC. Those are both Chambers abbreviations. In early hours looks like AM, but that's just not giving us enough letters for a 14-letter word. Oh, okay. Oh, Omani and Ak gives you Omaniac at the end of this. And that would be an opium fiend if we knew what the first bit. So, okay, early hours could be AM, but in early hours could mean it was something in AM if there was a letter that was 5 letters long with H fourth. Or, well, it could be Alephamomaniac. Aleph being a letter in Hebrew, and AM, Alephamomaniac. It could be. HMomaniac's nonsense. It may make one fit. Regressive group. Not in Jewish style. Goyishly then, or something? It may make one fit. Regressive group. No idea. 5 down with an M, perhaps. Groups influenced by media hoarded after promotion of last shop's opening. So probably groups influenced by media. That must be the definition. Well, I say must, might. Hoarded. Okay, after promotion of last. So the last letter of some word for hoarded getting put forward in it, or Z maybe? Shops opening, that's just S at the end, which is obvious in a plural word. Add masses. Add masses. They must be, well, they are people who advertisers are targeting, so they're groups influenced by media. Amassed with the D moved up and an S. Okay. Topsy-turvy Home Office drama continued. Topsy-turvy, well, this is all just making me think about Japanese theatre. No, N-O-H. Because once you turn Home Office around, H-O, you've got O-H. Hono, I don't think that's anything. Let's try 7. Take a new tack. To stop decline in zirconium and silver coin. ZR surely for zirconium and AG for silver. How are you going to I don't know. This Asrag? Decline could be SAG, so that's another AG. Ugh, I don't know what's going on there. What was 4 across? Oh, the Siciliana thing. God, Siciliana could include this. I don't know. 12 across. Joburg City has oddly banished African rhino. Well, to me that's saying a currency in Africa, because rhino can mean money in old slang. Okay, with that Y, Oogia. Okay, the reason I'm writing in Oogia, dear reader, is because if I banish the odd letters of Joburg City has, therefore it's oddly banished, I get Oogia. Now, I do not know this word. I've never heard of a word like it, but it's very clearly given by the wordplay, and it could easily be an African currency. And the wordplay is probably not going to be lying. Note a sporting partner aboard Boston Trolley for Service. Tram? T something. Service. Note A. T. T things. T. Set. Don't know. I think it begins with T though. Stop benefit withdrawn by 2 male relatives. Stop. Gain. Niag. Uncle. Son. Brother. None of them have A's in. Husband. Too long. I don't know. Oh, one across got a U. Conserve and start. What's... Oh, this is the sort of word they would have in. Is there a gyuzu? That could be a thing in Japanese cooking. Gyuzu. And yuzu could be an evergreen tree. It's so the sort of word they use here. Let's see, about 1 down. Oh, that suitor embracing daughters. after we. Supper alone in Romeo? I don't know. Just not getting anything there, really. 2 down. How one works on one's own? Not always. How one works. Garment fallacy, maybe it is to do with a dog. Some sort of unzie. I don't know. 13 with a G. Come on, this is the last letter I've got that I haven't looked at, I think. Gum doctor now on top of gingiva. This keeps another band in place. On top of gingiva, surely G again. Keep getting these G indications. So, ring. Guar is a gum. Guard ring. Guar, doctor. Now on, or no, now is in, as in it's very now, it's very happening. Yes, guard ring. That keeps another band in place. Okay. Good. Oh, 2-letter. C returns by being hedged. Briefly ineligible for bonus. Well, that's ex-div. V-Day, yes. Thanks for a financial one. So C is V-Day, the Latin instruction in a book or something. By is X here, as in multiplication, times by. Indian ambassador related losing base invariant reading. Told in VR. Akin vakir. Variant reading must be VR with akin. I would have said vakil. I suppose vakil. It could be vakil. VL might be Latin, variarum lectorum or something. Okay, I don't know. I think that probably ends in R or L. Short story. I think it's going to be Rikki Tikki Tavi from Volume 1. Yes, that follows. Okay, well it's Rikki Tikki Tavi. Now why? Volume 1. Yeah, that's the VI. That follows artist keeping. That's the R at the beginning and the A before the VI. Keeping duplicate of empty ink case. Empty ink is IK. Kit is case. Ikit gets repeated in this. R, ikit, A, VI. Wow. Well, I mean, I'm glad I knew the short story from Kipling's Just So stories about a mongoose. Pet needs area for centre of attack. That's hopeless. I mean, that's one word with A replacing the centre, and it becomes another word, and pet and attack could be anything. Arabic city runs out of old money from Helsinki hotel. Marker would fit, but what's the hotel doing there? Oh, we'll take the R out of marker with its 2 Ks, and you get Mecca. Stick H for hotel there, and that must be a variant spelling of Mecca. I mean, that's perfect, or a different city. I mean, either would work. Never heard of it, but again, the wordplay's pretty clear. As soon as inside court, so on inside CT against brilliant turn of phrase. Court could be woo. On, well, maybe not on yet. No, as soon as. I don't know. 15 down with an I. What person objectively Flash is causing disorder in the country? Whom is what person objectively, surely? Whom. Flash is... And I mean, some dialect word for causing disorder. That's probably what most dialect words mean. What is this one across the bottom? French food standard. Broken by plants' abnormal growth with hard wood. And it's R or L there. I mean, how is that even a word? Agaloch. What's that? Gall. Gall is an abnormal growth or a plant's abnormal growth, hard at the end. Like that. AOC would be French food standard. Well, I mean, I can imagine I've seen that on a wine or something, or Appellation Contrôlée is some version of that. Yeah, that's all right. That'll be it. I mean, a galoch, I've seen the word. What does it have to mean? Wood? Yeah, fair enough. Some tree. Scottish Shellfish Company hosts testing site near complete. Company? Co? Lab? Clab? But then where does the O come? Straight away? No. Clanny... Clab... Clabby... Clabby do? It's possible. Yeah, lab by do in co. What I am most sceptical about is whether a Scottish word for a shellfish would sound so much like Scooby-Doo. Maybe. 23 with a D. Pet needs area for centre of attack. Oh, dearie. As just a sweet nothing kind of word. Honey. Decry could be attack. Yes, if you decry something, you attack it. Holyrood's somewhat revolutionary blackballer as an illustration. E.g. Oh, gay. Gay is a Scottish... If you're a gay bonny, you're quite pretty. Nay as a blackballer? Gayan? Could be. What's this long one down then? Kind and polite. That O's questionable. Male descendant, son, entering current Scotsman. Ian. Something Isonian, Addisonian. Kind and polite. Oh, grandson. Grandisonian? Grandisonian. My parents used to live in Grandison Avenue. Is Grandison a word? Grandisonian. It would work. I mean, if it meant kind and polite, but I mean, maybe there's a word for polite at the start. I don't know. It's a bit daft. It's quite a good idea, though, to avoid just being a son, which doesn't seem to have enough. Well, maybe Sonian. That's confident-ish. Maybe a more plausible surname ending in son, but Grandison can be a word, so I don't know. Oh, bling can be the flash. Whombling? I don't think whombling is a word. Let's have a look at this again. See there. Oh, once as soon as would give concetto against for two. Yes, a conceit in Italian, surely. A concetto must be a mot or a brilliant turn of phrase. Could be anyway. Stop, benefit, withdrawn. Oh, diapason, aid, withdrawn, pa and son. Now, I may be pronouncing that word wrong. I've only ever seen it written down, particularly on an organ that used to be in a house I would visit. But it's certainly a stop. What is this now? Suitor embracing daughters. We've got a D. Woodser. Wooer around DS. Woodser. Something named Grant Woodser. Jerry Woodser. Gary. We. Jimmy? Jimmy Woodser. I think that might be a thing. That would make Gyuzu. Well, I'm not wedded to Gyuzu, so this could be Jimmy Woodser. Let me just check the wordplay. Suitor, wooer, embracing daughter's DS after Jimmy. Supper alone in Perth. If you have a Jimmy Woodser, are you eating alone? Who the heck was Jimmy Woods that he's made that famous? Now, well, I mean, this is speculative. There could be other words for we. It might even mean small. It may make one fit regressive group. Set a la goy. Yoga lattes. That must be a bizarre portmanteau of yoga and Pilates that I have not heard of, but it may make one fit. Okay, well that's, yeah, but any name would end in a Y in that, so calm down. Conserve jam. Oh, bud. To start to grow, short, jambu. I think that's a thing. I mean, it sounds like a good word. Enambu is a thing. Probably jambu's a thing. How? Morag? Yes, MO, modus operandi. Rag is a garment. Lassie is just a Scottish girl, so it could be morag. Morphine type thing? What? Phi. In mourn. Morphinomaniac. Okay. Oh, I read this. Points in Ascension Island. Necessary for Southern Islanders. Necessary again looks like another currency to go with Ugia. But is Ascension Island AI? And what would the points would be? Something N, something T. Agnati, Nat. That doesn't make sense. Oh, in Ascension. Tynes, Seniti. I think I've come across that making a puzzle recently. I mean, somewhere in Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, I don't know. A Siciliana could include this. Con potenza ma non forte. I mean, if that doesn't pass the only way I think it could, and I'm not sure I'll ever get it even if it does, I don't know what it can be, because I don't know enough Italian, I don't think. Been there. That's all I've got to come into the top now, this Sonian bling. I mean, that ends in bling, but then what? I don't know. Him bling. Humbling, that could be a W. Note a sporting partner aboard Boston trolley for service. A caddy. Yeah, a caddy is very much a sporting partner. I tell you, if Boston wasn't in that, I'd be really happy with that. A tea caddy, is it a trolley? I don't really know what it is. I thought maybe it was just the cover for the Teapot. I think that must be right. And it's exploded Grandisonian, so we can forget that. Polite. Ruly? Ruly? Polite. Male. Well, it's not a stepson. Not a grandson. Are there other forms of son? Oh, maybe it's not Sonian. I think tea caddy is right. But what does that do here? Crumbling. That's not a dialect word. Chumbling. Chum. Yeah, there's this bizarre chi and che, ch and chi and che, that are all some sort of either Shakespeare or chumbling. They're all sort of a Shakespeare or dialect word for he or him, or I sometimes, chi. Can it be what person? Objectively, I'm sure is saying in the accusative tense. I don't know. It could be chumbling. It might not be tea caddy, I suppose, although that seems so right. Oh, this one. Take a new tack. Take a new track. Oh, zag. To zig and zag. Well, that gives me just far too many Z's in wordplay. Zag and ZR. I mean, I don't... If it's a silver coin, you know, it probably... Tzadik, I think, is a silver coin, or a coin of some sort. TZADDIG, but that doesn't fit. Tzadik. Maybe it's something else. It is a word, but it doesn't fit, and it's very hard to even... Sag, I'm also thinking... I mean, there's far too many repeated bits. There's sag and ag in decline and silver. There's ZR and zag. Zag, sag, ZR, ag. None of them give me a D. Oh, decline could be die. Take, zag, I don't know. Maybe to zag isn't a word. Oh, what's this 6? Oh, topsy-turvy. Continued. Oh, den could be an office. Could be a home office. It is no drama. Oh my God. Ond. I barely know that as a verb, but I think it is one. Den and no. The Japanese drama is just no. Yeah, I mean, that works. Oh, I haven't looked at this. 11 across. Duke from Transcaucasia, mostly a shocking one. Duke can be D. Ural? The Urals and the Caucasus divide Europe and Asia, I used to be taught. Dural? I mean, that could be a metal or something. It could be short for some alloy. Duraluminum. Dural. Don't trust it. I've got an O in this. Con. Okay, con. Right, if everything after con is Italian, but con isn't. Con could be scam. Scamorza. Forza is potenza. That's just a translation. And you take off the F, which is not in... I don't like this. If that's right, and I don't know what scamorza means, but it could be musical. I mean, it's like sforzando or something. But I don't like the clue because a Siciliana could include this. Okay, it probably could, whatever the heck that is. Con is then scam. But then you have to translate potenza in Italian as forza, strength and force, but then also translate in Italian ma non to be but not, and then forte, you're back in English where a forte can be abbreviated to F. It's a bit silly, frankly, if that's right. gives us a Z in this 7 down, but at the beginning, ZRA to begin with? Zrag? Where's the coin? Zian. Zigs. That A is right. The Z might not be. The D, I think it's right. It might not be. Grandison. Oh, what's this 18? There's another one I haven't looked at. Some carp about editorial. My young men set in stone. So young men or young men set in stone is the definition. Could be a U second letter. Some carp. Id, I'd, ids. There are other carp type fish, but that's the standard one. About editorial my. Our? I don't know what's happening there either. But it could end in an I or something, which might work for this. Kind and polite. Male descendant. Maybe male is giving us an M, and descendant is then giving us a son. Yeah, that's possible. Missonian. Polite, ruly Missonian, but kind it's got to mean. So male descendant. Entertaining, that's better. Current. I don't know, it's almost worse than anything I've tried. Smithsonian, no, it's not long enough. Chumbling, I don't know. This is a humbling experience, I know that. And wouldn't you use humbling in that definition if chumbling was right? Kind, no. Polite. I mean, again, I still like. Even ruly might not be a word, actually. Unruly might not allow ruly. Polite. How can you have an R in this? Take a new tack. To stop, decline, in. End. Now, die isn't bad for decline. In zirconium, it is ZR, isn't it? Zinc is ZN. Sure. Zirconium is ZR. Yaw, to yaw, is that to take a new tack? Zaya. I just don't know. Yaw's not bad. I mean, I think it's accidentally taking a new tack in sailing, probably. Some carp, ids. About. There's no real good excuse for sending that backwards, though. About. Editorial my. Urzi. My couldn't be core or something, could it? As in, good grief. Editorial just can't be ed, I don't think. That's not right. So a leader. Editorial, such an odd word. It's got to be in the wordplay. Some carp about. Let's forget the Missonian bit. I don't believe that. I'm not sure I believe tea caddy, but sporting partner. It is a caddy. That has to be right. Why a board, though? A board? Is that a sporting partner on a yacht? Trolley for service. Tea. It might not be chumbling then. Okay, let's take out chumbling. Let's take out caddy, but I like caddy so much. Tea. Boston trolley for service. A board. A service ought to be the whole tea set. It ought to be all of the tea things. Tea, spoon, tea. Oh, come on. Kind and polite. Who would be famous? That's 9 letters ending in son. Tennyson isn't long enough. Johnson, Richardson would. No, that's too long. I don't know. Kind and polite male descendant. A polite is such an odd word. Polite. Tactful, nice. I do not know what's going on, and I don't know how even a word. I believe Scamorza somehow. I don't know. I know it's. I think it's a word, and I think it's right. I'm rather confident about the rest of the grid, even things like clabby-do. Take a new tack though to stop. Decline in zirconium and silver coin. Could a word begin ZR? Zig. Maybe to zig is to take a new tack. Zwanziger, a 20er. How would that work? Zig. In wane, in zirconium. That would work. My God, I know virtually no German, but that looks like it might be real. Right, Duke from Daza. Azeri from Azerbaijan. Okay, it's not tea caddy. I believe it's not where am I really going back to Grandisonian? I am. Grandson. I mean, why don't I do this more often? Believe the wordplay. Tea wagon. Wag, wives and girlfriend. On. Oh my God. Whombling then. Again, believe the wordplay. Hour is editorial my. That's good. Cooroy. Koi carp. Yes, 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 yes. Come on, come on. Yes. Wow. Okay, that is mind-blowing. How long was I stuck in one part? A long time. Zwanziger. Let's look up some of these because this has gone crazy. Right, I'm going to look up plenty. I'm sorry, I mean, you don't have to watch this, but I want to know what these are. Jambu, the rose apple tree or other Eugenia. Scamorza. That's not here, so I'm in the wrong dictionary for that. Oh, my friend Shane told me that I have a very outdated Chambers, so this could be the problem now. Morphin and Maniac. Yoga Lattes, well, it won't have that. That must be new. Yep. No surprise. Oogia. Where's that from? Not in this dictionary. I mean, it's nice that it was right. Tea wagon. North American tea wagon. Ah, like a tea trolley. Diapase. On Coolroy, I sort of vaguely know as statues. Clabbie-Doo, that's just insane. Clappy-Doo or Clabbie-Doo, Scottish, a type of large black mussel. Agaloch, that's just a wood. That's going to be a very boring definition. Eaglewood. Gayan. Oh, Jimmy Woods are coming up. Gayan, for gay and. Meaning, well, I know in Scottish that means kind of. Jimmy Woodser. A solitary drink. Australian and New Zealand informal. A solitary drinker. A drink taken on one's own. I'm so sorry for Jimmy Woods. What a reputation he got in that word. I've never heard of him. Morag, not in there. Oh, Upeliar. Let's have a look at that. There it is down there. Midwinter Festival in Lerwick, Scotland. And now including geysers and the ceremonial burning of a Viking ship. Unbelievable. Seniti. Tonga. Zwanziger. An old Austrian silver coin. There we go. Equivalent to 20 kreutzers. Grandisonian. I mean, I could have gone with that ages ago if I'd had any guts. Sir Charles Grandison, hero of a novel by S. Richardson. Whombling. I suppose it's like whammel. I know whammel from the Brummie. I saw a video on, oh no, whammel means animal in Brummie, doesn't it? Taking the whammel up the cut is, taking the whammel up the cut is taking the dog for a walk by the canal. Macca won't be in here because it's a place. Concetto, let's have a look at that. No, can't spell it. Try again. An ingenious turn of expression. Wow, well there we go. I mean, I'm pretty pleased with that. That's 10 minutes longer than last month to solve, but that felt like a harder puzzle. Really tough stuff. Thank you for watching, staying with me till the end. And I'll see you next month for another dose of this nonsense. Bye for now.